Hello, 702. I'm making this video because Xavier has spammed me and wants me to make a video for you guys. So, I'm going to go over your assignments basically and just give you guys a heads up as to what we're looking for, but it's not that confusing. Your first assignment, which is due tomorrow, is the Great Compromise. And a lot of you have messaged us asking that, or telling us that you can't, work with the top of it. And we don't care about that. What we really want you to do is just read the information. We want you to read this source number 8, the Great Compromise, which is a primary source. And we want you just to answer the question in DBQ form, just like you would in class, regular exit ticket, DBQ form. If you forgot what DBQ form is, I have already posted an image of it on the stream so that you should not have a problem with that. Assignment number 2, which is due, let me see. It is due, I think, on Wednesday, and that is New Nation branches of government. This basically, you're going to tell us why the founders created 3 branches. You can read everything there. And again, you don't need to do anything other than read and write the exit ticket. The exit ticket is what we've been doing. Again, DBQ form. Excuse me. So it's not that complicated. Now, I am seeing some difficulty with the third assignment for this week, which is the, what the heck, what's the name of it? I'm trying to get back to the main page so I could show you what I mean. It's, nope, sorry. Checks and balances, it's a chart. Checks and balances. So this whole idea of creating a government and having these 3 branches is so that one branch does not get too much power. Now remember, one of the reasons why the colonists were so angry at Great Britain was because they did not have power. They felt like they had no power. They couldn't speak up in Parliament. They couldn't have a say in all these things that were going on. So when they created their own government, when they created the government that we have today, they wanted 3 different branches. And the beauty of the branches, or the theory behind the beauty of these branches, was that each branch could check another branch should they get too much power. So, for example, we still have these branches, by the way: judicial branch, executive branch, and legislative branch. So you can actually apply this to some of the things that we were seeing recently with the Trump impeachment. So Trump being the executive branch, he is the head of the executive branch, he's the president. People thought he was he was not following the laws. He broke the laws set by the judicial branch. So it was the legislative branch who said, whoa, we're going to try to impeach you. We have an articles of impeachment that maps out or tells us why you are breaking the rules. So to make sure that it isn't a partisan or Democrat versus Republican thing, you need to have the 2 houses of the legislature, which we know come from the Great Compromise. One house, the House of Representatives, is based on the population of that state, and the Senate has 2 people per state, so that everyone has equal representation there. So the Senate put the kibosh, said no way, said we're not impeaching, we're not impeaching Trump. Even though the House said we're good to go, we're going to impeach him. They had enough votes to impeach him. So you have that checks and balances so that one group doesn't override or overpower the other groups. So what I'm noticing with some of this information is that maybe we didn't explain it correctly, but you have this, I'm going to see, can I switch this over? Ooh. I don't know, is that, no? I don't know if I'm doing that right. Sorry, guys. You have this image where it's 3 different images: judicial, executive, legislative. And you look down at the chart, and it says there's 3 columns, there's 4 columns and 3 rows. When you're looking at the first one, legislative powers cannot have power over the legislative branch. It's the same thing. So there's an X in that box. The next column goes legislative powers over the executive branch. So you're going to go up to that image on the first page, and you're going to say the legislative powers can do what to check the executive branch. Okay, how the legislative powers places checks on the executive branch. One thing they can do is they can override a presidential veto. So in that box, row 1, column 2, you can write that. So basically, you are gathering information from that image and you are placing it in this graph or in this chart. And that is going to be your exit ticket. That is the one assignment that you have this week that has no exit DBQ response exit ticket. You just need to follow the directions and realize what it's asking. So legislative powers can only go over what they can do to check the executive branch and what they can do to check the judicial branch. The executive powers, what they can do to check the legislative branch and to check the judicial branch. And the judicial powers, what they have in place to check the legislative branch and to check the executive branch. And all that information comes from that information graph on page 1 for lesson 3.4, checks and balances. So hopefully this makes Xavier happy. Hopefully that I've given you guys all the information you need. If you have any other questions, you know to reach me on my Instagram. You can comment in this YouTube, whatever, and you can also always contact us via our email and our Google Classroom. So I hope you guys are doing well. I guess I miss you a little bit. It's very weird not yelling at Ramadi to sit down, but it is what it is. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.